how are y'all doing? Welcome to my channel, Chasing Ghosts. I am Tara Smith, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm running a little bit late, heading to work. It's always great, you know? I mean, I'm technically not late, but I'm late. So I really needed to leave the house about 30 minutes ago, give me some more time. Now I'm gonna kind of be on the wire. I'm gonna have to ride up to my truck, throw my stuff in it, start it up, you know, go park my bike, grab my paperwork, hook up to the trailer, and just haul ass, you know? And I really don't like being in that situation. But like most things in life, I put myself in that situation. So, yeehaw, you know? That's the way it goes. Most of the problems in life we put ourselves on. You know? Hey, my son wants to ride, so I get 2 bikes, and he don't ride. Part of that's my fault, and I mean, I'm the one that had a wreck. And he's like, whoa, this is real. We kind of backed out of it, you know? And that's a real thing. It happens. Oh, I'm used to waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I think because of the time change, now I'm wanting to wake up closer to 3. And that's messing me up a little. And I'm looking for that deer from yesterday. Where the hell are you? Where's your friends? I don't want to hit you. I might want to shoot you, but I don't want to hit you. Now people, how can you shoot a deer easy? Are they cute? Yes. Are they adorable? Oh yes. But I'm not a vegetarian. So it's like, you like that chicken sandwich? You have any idea how many chickens I've killed and cleaned? That's I don't really separate it there. I know most people would separate, one's a deer, one's a chicken. No, they're animals. They both are. I'm sure the chicken is just as opposed to being eaten as the deer. And or you or I. But life comes from life. We're all batteries for stored energy for the sun anyways. Passing it around. Everything just keeps going up the food chain, and then back down into the soil, and then all the microbes and the plants and all that stuff that we eat us. And it doesn't matter what kind of tomb you have or how well they preserve you. And eventually, I mean, even the mummies, you know, they start decaying. Unfortunately, when they're discovered, they really start decaying, so they have those kind of problems with them. You know, 5,000 years, this mummy's been fine, and some asshole scientist wanted to disturb it. It could have went another 5,000 or 6,000 years. Hell, it could have been fossilized. And in the process of being fossilized, you are replaced by minerals. That's like a picture of what you used to be. That's not a dinosaur bone. That's a copy of a dinosaur bone made by nature. That's what that is. It's not a piece of wood. It's fossilized. It's a copy of the piece of wood that used to be there. All the minerals were exchanged into something else. And all the little microbes and everything took what they needed from it. We're still just storing energy from the sun. That's all oil is. That's what the debate is how to best use that energy. Because all of our, I mean, not all of our energy, we have some tectonic energy and what have you. Thankfully, because look at Mars, because Mars kind of lost theirs, and you lose that whole ionosphere thing, and your atmosphere starts leaving, and it's not good. But yeah, you need the whole magnetosphere, ionosphere, whatever the hell it is. I'm not a scientist, but I understand the shit. And it's gonna hold everything into the earth. And it's gonna do its thing. You know, that's why we have the Northern Lights is where the ionosphere thing is. So, making the lights off of it. You have all this energy, all this heat. Our weather is caused by heating and cooling. Our wind is caused by heating and cooling. If you have a windmill, you're still taking energy from the sun. Really. The creatures that lived so long ago that died and their bodies became oil, or the plants and stuff that became coal, all trace their energy source back to the sun still. A lot of them back when plants weren't even green. Chlorophyll wasn't originally green. There's still a few plants that don't have green chlorophyll. Or, you know, I don't know if you still call it chlorophyll if it's not green. But they do their thing and they die, and all that energy originally came from this big ball of fire, a big nuclear reaction. As we learn to create our own nuclear reactions. The energy we use still came from a nuclear reaction. So I guess you can't get away from nuclear energy. No matter what you do, you can't get away from it. The energy in that stick came from a nuclear reaction. That is a weird thought. The energy in your carrot, your celery, came from a nuclear reaction. One that we'll be able to see here in a few hours. So I guess it all traces back. Is the only energy nuclear energy? I mean, when you really think about it, of course, the cells that make everything up, you know, all of the vast majority, nearly all, there's only a few elements, I think technically one, that had to be broke down to form all the others, you know, and the weight, and the explosion, and it breaks it apart, and now we have different elements because it was split. What is that? Hydrogen splitting, becoming this, becoming that, all through nuclear reactions. So everything was created through nuclear reactions and gains its energy from nuclear reactions. You can't get away from nuclear energy. I mean, we don't need another 3 Mile Island. We don't need another Chernobyl. But they have way better ways of doing nuclear energy. Problem with that is it's a little more expensive, and even though we have essentially clean nuclear energy, you know, we got the clean stuff, the dirty stuff's cheaper. And the stuff that we were building 30, 40 years ago was the dirty stuff. So how do we go and build the cleaner stuff? And we're still, doesn't matter what form we're using. We could be using natural gas. We could be using coal. You know, we could be using nuclear. We're still using the sun's, we're still using heat to make steam to turn a turbine. We're either dropping like nuclear rods down in it and making steam, or we're boiling water, you know. And if you really think about it, even if you have a windmill, because how is wind produced? This big nuclear reaction out there is heating the earth and cooling the earth as we turn around. Hot air rises, cold air falls. It essentially creates steam, creating weather, making clouds. So even with a fucking windmill, you're using steam to push the air across the blades and turn the blades. Okay, I may need to get fuel. It says 44. We're good. I saw my low fuel light come on. Low fuel light is not necessarily a good thing. And I'm in too high a gear, I'm pretty sure. I'm all ranting about energy. I got 44 miles. I'm good. I just saw the light. I'm like, how long has that been there, man? How long? Am I going to be walking? I still may be walking. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Oh. We came to this radical conclusion not that long ago that we could use the power of steam to make something turn. What a wonderful invention that was. What a wonderful thought to figure that out. Imagine being the first person to figure that out. I wonder if they're like looking at a campfire and just saw smoke, you know, and how it raised things up and ashes and okay. I wonder, will like steam from the pot do the same thing? And just kind of work that math out. We just need something hot in the air that rises, be it smoke, be it steam. You know, we can heat the air. Oh, it fills up, it makes a balloon. Man enters the atmosphere from a place other than the ground for the first time. It's not really flight, but we're in the air. Imagine the first human to figure that shit out. Talk about eureka. It is probably some moment they're sitting back stoned. I think a lot of great inventions come from people stoned or drunk. I really don't put that much of a difference in it. I think you got better thoughts stoned. Just opening different gateways, and alcohol kind of loosens up inhibitions, you know. But you're drunk with your friends and you're talking shit and you're like, hey, wait a minute. Or some dude's stoned or what have you, because they didn't have the attitude towards a lot of the things that we have now. I mean, our founding fathers were getting stoned. You know, this is a country that was founded by people who were doing cocaine and smoking weed. You know? That was a thing. We have presidents that talked about how they loved to smoke weed. Presidents of the United States of America. We go from that to, but I did not inhale. I lost so much respect for that man when he said that. He should have said, yeah, I took a fucking big ass hit, dude. And I saw this chick with a big ass, and well, 30 years later, we're still married. You know, Bill, he liked bigger women. I don't blame him there. I'm kind of partial myself. Gotta have some meat on the bones. I like that. What was that, a Family Guy episode? Family Guy, Simpsons, or whatever. And, Clinton's in the car and they're running off somewhere. And he's like, cankles. All cankles. I guess they're going after big girls. But, yeah. Somebody has the thought. But I don't think we've came as far technologically as we think we have. I think the AI will go way further, way quicker, and that's scary as fuck. Because we've approached the technology there. Because what if we really harnessed? We've harnessed hot, cold, and electricity. Okay, cool. We figured out how to turn something off and turn it on. Make it hot, make it cold, turn it off, turn it on. That's the level of human advancement right there. That's where we're at. Well, technologically speaking, until very recently, a computer only knew what we told it. A computer could only be as smart as the humans that built it. Now we're developing computers that can learn, and learn way faster. It's like, how should I put it? What it would take you a lifetime to learn, it can learn damn near instantaneously, if not instantaneously. The problem-solving skills that you would develop over a lifetime, the problems that you solve throughout your entire life, it can solve. Like now. If given the right programming. They're moving so fast. So it's just a lifetime of experience. Just, okay, there it is. Right here, there's a lifetime. It's gone. I think that's why the scientists are warning us. Hey, this AI, it may look nice and everything, it may sound cool, but it's got some dark consequences. But the problem is, we've already opened Pandora's box. So what's that going to lead to? And governments, like, we have this tool that can actually track people for us way better than a person could. It's got some bugs right now. They don't care about the bugs. They don't care that it accidentally pulled you up. Because for all of our, okay, here in America, I realize some other parts of the world, a little different philosophies. But we have this innocent until proven guilty thought. That's just a thought by the people, by the way. That's not reality. Reality is people are judgmental as fuck. All of them. And there's the court of public opinion. And you're guilty until proven innocent. Even in a court of law that specifically says that you're innocent until proven guilty, the reality of the situation is you are guilty until proven innocent. That's the consequences that you face. And if you're poor, you're even more guilty. Because we have a legal system that has a hell of a lot more to do with listen to that. Doesn't it sound wonderful? I could put louder pipes on it. I'd like a little better rumble, but I also have neighbors. I don't want to give myself a headache on a trip. But, you know, that's life. Our criminal justice system has more to do with how much money you have than innocence or guilt. We're saying you did this, how much money do you have? That's the way our courts work. If you have a little money, because what they're going to do is they're going to put everything they can on you to scare the fuck out of you. You know? And the goal is to make you plea out. Whether you did the crime or not is of no relevance to our legal system. It does not care if you did the crime or not. It cares whether you plea out and if the case is over. You know, okay, this person plead out, this person was found guilty. Doesn't care if you are guilty. We executed a dude in Texas. There's really good evidence that he did not do the crime. And our governor said it doesn't matter if he's innocent or guilty. He was found guilty. So we executed his ass. You know, they don't care if you actually did it. They just care that there's a body there that can be punished. And more importantly, even than that, is that they care that the paperwork is taken care of. Because all in all, that's what it's going to come back to, is the paperwork. They just want the paperwork filed. And it's done, it's off their desk. You know? That's what they want. I gotta go in, grab my stuff, and I'm in a hurry. So I'll get right back with you. Okay, I grabbed my stuff. I need a cup holder on this bike so I can take my coffee to work. Well, otherwise, just put the coffee in the bag. I can stand it up straight. This one I can't do that. No, I'm not grabbing fuel right now. I'll grab fuel this evening. We shall find out if I regret that decision. I don't know. We will find out. I will ride. There we go. There are dollar stores everywhere. They're like, what is that? Dollar weed. Dollar store is like the dollar weed for businesses. I think I put my wallet back in here. I'll find out. I will find out just shortly. I hope I did. I'm heading to work. No, it's just weird. I was on the subject of technology earlier. You know, all the energy, literally all of it, that we're expending, I mean, we turn it into other forms of energy. We'll turn that energy into electricity or forms of heat and cold, or, you know, a little explosion in a chamber that's going to push a piston. All that stuff comes from the sun. So we haven't figured out a way to get away. Well, we kind of have, you know, but basically we have to create our own sun. you know, to get away from the sun's energy. And honestly, technologically speaking, all we've really figured out how to do is hot and cold and on and off. Kind of weird to think of it that way. Everything we're doing right now, you listening to me, you haven't turned me off yet, it's all off and on. It's a whole bunch of on and off, on and off, off and on and off. No matter what program you're using or anything, it's still going to go down. You know, the program's going to binary at some point, and it's still on and off. Now, we've done a lot with what we've discovered, don't get me wrong. But what can AI do? Is it going to be the Matrix? Where it ends up AI uses us as a battery? It's an interesting concept. I think most of us will be like that dude in the Matrix. It's like, I want to eat a steak and I want it to taste like steak. I can get that. You always think you'd want to be like Neo or one of them, like you're the hero. No, you're not the hero. You're that fucker over there that's just sick of this shit. It's like, hey, look, I don't care. Just plug me back in. I'm sick of this shit. Give me a life with a bunch of whores that do what I say, and I want steak that tastes good. You know, because hey, that's our two primal instincts right there. You know, I was gonna say consume, but that could get into a way deeper thought. But you know, hunger and reproduction, that's our two most basic instincts that hopefully never get confused. It does sometimes. And some people, they're very famous for all the wrong reasons. You hope those wires don't ever get crossed, because that makes a really messed up individual. But those are our primary instincts. You know? I gotta eat. Hey, that looks good. You know? That's just what we do. We're not unique in that. You know, our basic need at a fundamental level is no different than a cow or a dog or a cat or a bird. We have to consume something so we can continue existing. We reproduce, we make little copies of ourselves with little variations, you know, and we take care of those copies for the most part, and then we die, and then we are consumed, and the cycle repeats itself. It's weird. Do I really need to get stoned? I mean, obviously I'm not stoned, but I have these thoughts sober. You know, I have the thought that people would have stoned while I'm sober. Maybe it's because I spent so much time stoned while I was in the womb. I don't know. My parents were hippies. Actually, my mom, like, she did good after she found out she was pregnant. But my father liked to lace things and just watch her trip balls accidentally, you know, doing shit like that. I wish I could remember that, you know, being in the womb, watching my little fingers develop while my developing brain is just tripping balls. Hell yeah, it'd be great. That's what's wrong with me, man. How old were you the first time you dropped LSD? I wasn't 0 yet. It was before 0. I was like negative a few months. Yeah, explain that. Be crazy, right? Anywho, I don't know if y'all can see all those wonderful plants lit up in front of me. These things we've designed to extort the sun's energy from the decomposed remains of living creatures so that we could exploit it for our own uses. These contraptions that had to be the inspiration for the cities and like Star Wars, because you can imagine the little droids and stuff flying around the little towers and doing the work and all that. When you see those, that means I'm getting close enough to work that I'm going to shut this thing off. And I'm going to bid y'all a good day. You wonderful, beautiful people. I hope you've enjoyed your trip. Hell, I hope you were on a trip. I'll mess with your mind. But anyways, you are all awesome. You're all beautiful. You are all lovely. And I love you all. Thank you so much for listening. You're amazing. Adios, vaya con Dios, Nashla, ciao, sayonara, motherfucker. I will catch you later. You're all awesome. Deuces, yo. Y'all watch yourselves.